news.
Boom. What do we got today, Gary? Well, it's another suspicious package from across the sea from our friends at PowKiddy. Whip. All right, what do we got here? What do we got here? We have 64 gigabytes, white, blue, other. Ooh, it's the PowKiddy model number X55. I tell you what, just right off the top of my head, I feel like someone is copying a little bit of box design. But what are you going to do? Speaker, card slot, speaker. Ooh, speakers at the bottom, downward facing. Cool. Oh, you know what? This box isn't too bad. This was made for me on April 10th at 14:27 p.m. That's 2:27 p.m. for those of you who aren't in the Army. Okay. I'll tell you what, the packaging's pretty good. The stuff. X55. X gonna give it to you. What? Huh? Does it say please accept our shortcomings? Add 3 folders in the updat folder. Whew. Now, as we all know, that don't mean much. That's not a good sign. Maybe the crumple zones took the worst of it. What do we got here? Oh, it's blue. It's sturdy. Ew. Ew. I don't like those shoulder buttons right off the bat. You have reset, power, host. I don't know what that's about. USB-C, USB-C. Headphones on the top. I hate that. HDMI out. We got 2 SD cards. We have downward firing speakers. Buttons aren't bad. Standard fare. Why would you do that? Volume down over here, volume up over here. I don't like that. These little rubber fellas are not the same color. I don't like that. Minimal branding. It has a Lepro 4000 mAh and made in China. Don't give it to a baby. That's a real big screen. I hope it's good. I hope it looks nice. Didn't come with a screen protector. It's 5.5, I guess. Hey, Gary, where did we get this from? That's right. This came to us from Mech DIY, a shipping company. Decided to, hey, Zoo needs one of these things, and I appreciate it. I will tell you, I'm a little disappointed, and maybe it's just me, but I heard the company was named Mech DIY, and I thought, oh boy, now's my chance to build a fully functional Timberwolf with a fusion engine and PPCs and missiles, and I can just go around town and destroy everything. But come on, Zoo, that's not real. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. Just give me a minute, Gary. I just want to drive around in an Omni-Mech. Okay, we're back. Let's turn it on. PowKiddy. Ooh. Some custom graphics. Your LED up here. Switch stick on top. Now, a lot of people hate that on the 405M. I don't mind it. But the issue is this chipset is a little bit less powerful. It's the same chipset as the RK2023, the 353 line. It's Chinese. I don't read Chinese. Ooh. Let's turn the volume up on the left-hand side. I tell you what, those speakers aren't bad. What do we got? Art Pie. That's really quick between themes. Whoa! Hey, geez. Just boobs? Not safe for a family channel. Well, let's start her up, see what we can get. Obviously, you're not going to be playing a lot of games that require an analog stick. So at least they had it set up for you. That's a plus. Zoom, zoom. He's having a seizure. Yeah, I mean, Game Boy Advance, it's beautiful. Get up! Whoa. Alright, I mean, Game Boy Advance is cool. Screen's dim. Let's try some Doom 64. I can barely see that. This screen is not, I mean, Doom's a dark game, but... Alright, I legitimately can't see what's happening in this game. Let's pick a different one. Hell, let's try Knockout Kings. Hello? Ugh. FPS is all over the place, and it's not good. Alright, can I core options? N64. Alright. We're at 320. It's original. Will that help? Kinda. Okay. Oh, now we're back to 46. It's a lot of blood. Punch me right in the crotch, Butterbean. This is the thrilling game footage you're all here for. Kill him! Kill Butterbean! Should have stayed down, Butterbean. Oh, his face is gashed wide open. Butterbean's in trouble. And you know what else is in trouble? The N64 performance on this handheld. It's not good. N64, it ain't working. Let's see if any Dreamcast works. Okay, it's running okay so far. Ugh, it just runs like garbage. Guy Fieri is over here driving in some sort of Flavortown fever dream. Okay, that's not good. What I will say is that the buttons are fine. The buttons are surprisingly good. They feel like they're almost the same size as like the buttons in the Anbernic 353 series. I tell you what, I'm gonna go get a 353 and I'm going to try to put on Jealous, the one for the RK 2023. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. We will find out. So one of the things I wanted to show you, this is the card that came with it with the operating system. Looks like one of the cheapest cards I've ever seen in my life. We'll see if ArcOS will work for it. We're gonna do a real fun little demonstration. So we have Elemental Gimmick Gear. We have Crazy Taxi on here, and this is ArcOS 2.0, all the way back in January. We're gonna try Crazy Taxi, see how she runs. And this is the same chip. You see here, it looks a lot better. I mean, it's a much smaller screen, but it looks so much better. Look how crisp that is.
Hey, it's time to make some crazy money. Are you ready? Here we go.
Look at that. Same chipset. Same chipset. So, we'll see what she looks like with the custom firmware in there. It doesn't want to start. It won't even turn on. We'll report back in once something turns on. So I couldn't get the ArcOS build for the 353 or the RK 2023 to work. I couldn't get Jealous, that's working in this guy, to work. I had to put the original card back in and it loads up. So this is going to be a real quick first impressions. And my first impression is this. Boy, it had a lot of promise. And I mean, I can't be super negative. It's a pre-release version. It's obviously not the finished product, but the screen, it's very dark. The buttons are slightly prouder than I would like, but they're not bad. They're roughly the same size as these. They're not the same exact buttons. They're very similar. Well, I was going to show the relative difference in screen brightness, but then it said an update was available, and then the update failed. Just kind of to show you the relative screen brightness here. This is a front end of just ArcOS 2.0, an old version from January or whatever, and it's bright. And then this, not as bright. You can just see the screens. I don't know, maybe the camera's not picking it up real well, but this is bright, and this isn't even at. We're at 76% brightness. This is at 100%. It's just, It won't connect to my network. The only network it wants to connect to is the Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone, not my regular network in the house that the other handhelds are connected to. I mean, it has potential. The ergonomics of it are fine. I don't like that these buttons are so damn clicky. Ugh. Everything else is fine. D-pad's fine. Doesn't seem to be any kind of false inputs. These sticks are fine. The buttons are fine. The volume's on the wrong side. That really bothers me. I don't understand it. Speakers are good. They are downward facing. I feel like you could maybe start to, muffle them a little bit depending on how you hold the handheld, but it feels really good, and it has a lot of potential to be a really good like Game Boy Advance machine. But man, the higher end stuff, the performance is just garbage. I don't even know if I want to try PSP. It's just probably not going to work very well. Oh, it's clunky as all get out. It's a shame because the screen, the size of the screen is great. I really like the size of it. It's not bright enough for me, and nothing runs like it should. A lot of that could be fixed with a more polished firmware. And I don't want to be, Captain Asshole and, this sucks. But I don't know why they would send out review units that weren't finished. But maybe the drop shipper beat them to the punch. I don't know. I'll do a follow-up once there's good firmware for it. It's kind of weird that I can't get any of the other firmware that works in the same exact chipset to work in this. Nothing happens. It's like an amber color and nothing happens. So I guess my half of my first impressions is that the ergonomics are good. The screen is big. It's just not bright. And then your lower end stuff should play fine if you can handle the fact that it's kind of a dim screen. But N64, PSP, Dreamcast, none of that wants to run real good. I don't know. We'll come back to this sucker in a couple days or a week or maybe 2 weeks once they come out with new custom firmware, and we'll say, let's try it again. We'll give it another shot. Ooh, PowKiddy, you did it to me again. You did it to me again, but it's okay. I do like the color. The finish, but I tell you what, you got the bones. You got the bones of something good. Thanks again to our friends at Mech DIY. I was real excited, Gary. I thought I was going to make a mech. Boom, 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 boom. But I guess they just sell retro handhelds and stuff, which is cool. It's kind of what we do here, but a man can dream, Gary. A man can dream. Zoo's log, supplemental. Apparently, there was a little bit of drama going on inside of PowKiddy. Some people wanted to send stuff to a drop shipper. Some people wanted not to do that. So a couple of the first reviewers, and unfortunately, maybe some of the early purchasers might get this one with janky screen, and it still remains to be seen if the screen is janky because of software or janky because of physical parameters of the screen. That being said, this sucker's currently for sale at around $140, and if it is fixed, if it's fixable, I would say, yeah, I wouldn't say until we get this sorted out, you should go buy one right now, because there's still a lot of stuff up in the air. $140 is a little bit too much to give to PowKiddy and say, I hope everything's great. And if anyone had a problem with this video, please accept my shortcomings.